Hi there, it's Thursday morning, so your pups have just barely turned 4 days old, and we're going to give you a little spotlight on each pup real fast and let you know how each one's looking and how they're doing. I have not weighed them yet this morning. I weigh them every morning, but they've been gaining between 2 and 3 ounces a day, so they're growing good. Meadow's taking real good care of them. We had them into the vet yesterday to have their tails and dew claws done, so you'll see a little stitch in the end of their tails, but they're doing really good with that as well. And the vet gave them the thumbs up that they all look to be doing really well. So we'll just start. Let's start with the boy right here. So here is our male. He's got the dark blue that looks kind of black. The dark blue that looks kind of black ribbon. You can see he's got some marking right here on his chest. He's got some white. His isn't a real distinct patch per se, but it has a real sharp, distinct border to it. It's just kind of a spot right there. And he's got a little bit on his chin as well, up under there. And he has a little bit more blonde coloring to him. You can see, especially here on his head, is a little bit more blonde. He's doing really well. We're happy with him. Glad to get at least one male in this litter. Right here we have our bright pink pup. She has just a little bit of white. It might be hard to see even in the picture. Just a little bit right here on her chest. Not much, just a real small patch. Sometimes these small faint patches actually go away as they grow. Sometimes they don't. So I don't really know exactly what will happen with her white, but there's just a little bit there, and it may stay and it may not. She's got the little bit darker coloring to her. She was the biggest pup when she was born, first one born, and as of yesterday morning, I haven't weighed them yet this morning, she was still the largest. You can see she's doing good. They've all got nice round tummies and are full, happy pups. Okay, let's come right over to, we'll take White. She's not eating right now. Meadow wants to lick and take good care of him. Good on, Meadow. So White is our most marked pup out of this litter. Sometimes you'll have solid Vizslas, meaning they have no white on them. Sometimes you'll have marked Vizslas with these white patches. Really, either way is fine. White is allowed in breed standard if it is on their chest and their feet. That is allowed. It comes out through some of the breeds that they used a long time ago to create the Vizsla breed would have white markings, and so you'll have the white come out in some of them. For show, solid is preferred, but white is still allowed as long as it's on the chest and feet. But as long as you're not going to show, white really isn't a big deal. We actually lots of times have our marked pups be the first ones to go. And I think that that is because people select them because it brings some individuality to a breed that tends to look a lot alike. And I think this little gal is going to be really cute with her. She's got kind of a double big patch right here on her chest. And then every one of her feet have a little bit of white. So I think it's going to be really, really cute. Her back feet have 2 toes. And this front foot has 2 and a little tiny bit on a 3rd toe. And then this front right paw has just a frosting there on those 2 toes. So I think she's going to be really adorable. A fun pup with some individuality. She's got the darker color to her. Okay. Meadow's adjusting herself here. Let's see, those 2 are eating. So let's go with Purple. Purple is one of our solid pups, meaning she's not marked. There's no white on her. Turn her over and look. Like I say, it's typically going to show up on the stomach, chest area, or the toes, and she is solid. She's got the deeper color to her. She's growing well, just doing really, really good. She and Yellow, kind of funny, they may be twins. It's hard to tell with a dog because there's lots of them in there, so just having multiples doesn't mean that they're necessarily twins. But she and Yellow came out looking exactly alike and weighing exactly the same. So they may be an explanation for one of our missing placentas. So there is Purple. Let me grab Yellow. She's eating, but they eat all day long, so we'll just pull her off and show her to you. See how much alike they look. She's got the darker color, again, like purple. All of the pups are pretty dark, other than red is more blonde as far as the females go. So yellow has the darker color, and she's got a milk mustache. Ooh, it was so tasty, huh? So tasty. She's solid here on her stomach and chest and her toes. So she is a solid pup. The darker coloring. Like I said, they're growing well, gaining 2 to 3 ounces a day. Their belly buttons have pretty much, I think on all of them now, have dried up and come off, so they're doing well. So there's yellow. Let's see, we've done those two, we've done him. I think our last one is red. I think I've gotten all the others, so let me grab her. Again, she's fun in that she's a little bit different. Her coloring is lighter. She's a little bit more blonde. She's still within the breed standard of the golden rust, is what the color of a Vizsla is supposed to be, but she's a lighter shade of it, which is permissible. It says varying degrees of golden rust. And from what I hear, if this is accurate, I am told that the original Vizslas actually were more golden. Then their population went down, they were starting to lose the breed, and as they tried to work it back up, they brought in other dogs. Some people think it was Irish Setter, some people think it was different, but they brought in a dog that introduced the deeper coloring. So sometimes you will get these lighter ones that are the more original color, and sometimes you'll get the darker. Either one's great, whatever suits your preference. This gal's doing great. She's on the bigger side. She and the dark pink are our bigger pups, and she's doing really well. And you can see she's got the same markings as dark pink, kind of, in that she's got a little bit of a chest patch right here, up high on her chest right there. Her toes are all solid. She's got that little bit of a patch there, a little more blonde coloring on her tummy and back. Big pup, doing well, eating good, and are happy and content. Meadow's doing well.
She wants to get better.
The vet checked her too. We took her in with the pups yesterday for her to be examined. He checked her, did a vaginal exam, checked her out, said she's doing great. No concerns at this point. We're keeping her on her amoxicillin still. We're going to run that course. Hopefully avoid any infection, but she's doing great and she's taking really good care of your pups.